up? It's Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video here on Chats with Michelle. What is up, guys? I know you guys are probably so shocked to even see me. It's like I was here so consistently all throughout December and then boom, gone. Well, as you guys know, I'm back, or I was doing Vlogmas this year. It's my first time ever doing Vlogmas and it was super fun. However, it was also a lot of work, more work than I thought it was going to be, if I'm being completely honest. And I just needed a break. Honestly, I just needed time to just kind of relax and reflect. And also, I've kind of been under the weather these past few days, so that was also something for me. So I was just allowing my body to just like rest and get back together. However, I did want to make sure that I came on camera to kind of like end 2019 and start 2020. So if I'm being completely honest, I kind of was like racking my brain about what kind of video it was that I wanted to do. If I'm honest, this wasn't the first video that I recorded because I was just like trying different approaches, but it just didn't feel authentic. As I was like picking and wrecking my brain of what it was that I wanted to talk about, different ideas came to mind, like you know, like the lessons I've learned in 2019, or like, you know, my aspirations for 2020. But for whatever reason, that just didn't feel like that's what I should record, that's what I should do. And although I'm gonna talk about those things a little bit in this video today, that just didn't seem like enough to me. What came to mind was that I was asked this year like 3 times, who am I? Like, Michelle, who are you? And those 3 instances came in different ways. And that's really what kind of like stuck on my brain these past few days. It was like, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Because for these few opportunities that I had this year, I had to turn in a draft of like a bio of myself about who I am, what I stand for, what I've accomplished, etc., etc. And for whatever reason, that really stuck in my brain. And it just really stuck in my brain, and it made me think like, wow, Michelle, who are you? And what type of woman are you trying to aspire to be? So with that being said, I want to come on here and just describe who I've learned myself to be 2019. Like I said to you guys before, and I promise this is the last time I can say this for 2019, because I know I said I'm gonna stop saying this, but I say it all the time anyways. But I've said a million times, I know that 2019 was a pretty tough year for me, and it was a lot of growing pains. I'll be honest, like 2019 was whooping my behind. Like the first half of the year, 2019 was like I was on the ground, it was stomping me, and I was just like, what is going on? However, the last 6 months, I decided to grab 2019's by the cojones, and it was like, no, I'm gonna like take back charge of this year. So when you talk about who am I, who are you, I mean, I want you to ask yourself this question too. Who are you, or who are you aspiring to be? For myself, as I was brainstorming over this the past few days, I realized that Michelle, me, I am extremely goofy. That's just who I am. I'm a super goofy person. I learned that I am a lot stronger than I think that I am. Like I said, 2019 was really tough for me, but I kept it pushing and I kept on going. And like, although I kind of lay down for a second, I decided to just get back up and keep it moving. And that just showed me that, Michelle, you're a lot stronger than you think you are, and you don't have to allow things to just happen to you. Like, you can happen to things as well. I learned that if something's important to me, important enough to me, that I will get it done. There's so many excuses. Like the ending of 2019, I decided to just like eliminate excuses. Granted, did I do absolutely everything? No. I realized more than anything in 2019 that you have to use what you have, like what's in your hands. I mean, it's so easy for us to make excuses about the things that we don't have. I heard this the other day, and it was like, it's the when and then syndrome. Yeah, when and then syndrome. Like, when I do this, then I do this. When I have this, then I do that. And it's like, no, if you're not doing it like right now, you'll never do it. So with myself, I had to eliminate excuses and say, okay, Michelle, no more when and then syndrome. It's do it right now if you really want to get it done. I mean, we all are equally given 24 hours in a day. So the fact that this person can accomplish all of these things, like, what is your excuse? And for me, the biggest thing was time management. I think I made a lot of excuses of like, well, I just don't have the time. But it's like, if it's important enough to me, I'll make the time. And lastly, I am healing. And that's okay. I think for the longest time, I just pride myself on just always having it together. And for the most part, I think I am okay and have things together. However, like, I just never wanted to make it seem as though things affected me, or I never wanted things to affect me. And I just had to realize that, listen, like, I'm healing and that's okay. And everything that I thought I had under wraps, and everything I thought that I was over, maybe I'm not, and that's okay. So I'm healing, and that's fine, and that's who Michelle is. And most importantly, that Michelle is a forgiving person. And I think, you know, especially when you're like done wrong by a person, whether it be, like, it doesn't matter what the type of relationship, whether it's family, friends, actual, like, you know, love interest relationship, I realized that I shouldn't change who I am because of happenstance or things that other people have done. Unfortunately, you know, if they don't appreciate me for who I am, that's okay, and I need to move on from it and not hold everyone to that. You know, just be myself, obviously have discernment, be wise, but also just like live my life and be able to love and laugh and not, you know, hold the bad choices of someone else onto another person. So that's the biggest thing, that I'm healing, I'm learning, I'm growing, and that's okay. So now this brings me to 2020 and my theme and my vision and my goal for 2020. So you guys know, if you would follow me through Vlogmas and everything, that my theme, my word for this year was persistent. This is my vision board for 2019. We've already had this conversation, guys. No vision board 2020, but I still have my vision board for 2019. So I just wanted to read it. So, like, yeah, my word of the year was persistent, and the definition for persistent is continually, firmly, or abstaining in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. And actually, my verse, my theme that I gave myself was 2 Corinthians 3:5, which says, "It's not that we think that we are qualified to do anything on our own. Our qualification comes from God." So that was my theme for 2019. That was my word, to be persistent. And I will say, I believe, at least for the second half of 2019, that I was pretty persistent. You know, was it tough? Was it hard? Most days, absolutely. But I think that I was persistent. And although I do want to take that word and that same kind of like energy and vibe into 2020, I do have a new theme, a new word for 2020, and I'm super excited to share this with you guys. This word was like placed on my heart, honestly, like a few months ago, and I just knew that that was just what I needed to do for 2020 and the energy that I needed to have. So, drum roll please, my word and my theme for 2020 is, that's terrible. The word is remain. So I'm gonna read to you the definition of the word remain and why I chose it, and how it all came about. Continue to exist, especially after other or related things have ceased to exist. And then the verse I have with that is John 15:4-8. I'm probably just going to put that verse on the screen because it's a super long verse. And the reason why this was my word is because a few months ago that scripture actually was brought to my attention, and I noticed that the word remain came up like over and over and over and over and over and over again in that one passage, and it just like jumped out at me, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And I felt like that's the energy and the word that I needed for 2020. I just want to go ahead and end this video off on a positive note. Although everything wasn't like, you know, the way I would have wished it to go 2019, there was also awesome and amazing great things that happened 2019, and I felt like that was just like a glimpse of like, all right, Michelle, like, if you continue to like trust me, if you continue to work hard, if you continue to just stop walking in fear and just do things that like scare you, I promise you will have an amazing like life, amazing 2020, etc. So I'm just so grateful that, you know, I was able to launch For Her Best officially in 2019. I had my official launch party. I was able to, you know, write for a blog. That was so fun. It also taught me discipline, and it gave me like an outlet. I started therapy. I did therapy and I stuck to it. I've been in therapy for like 6 months, guys. And yeah, that's been interesting to say the least, but I've been in therapy and I've stuck to it and I haven't quit. Like, I'm like, you know, I've been going and making sure that I'm being intentional about therapy. I got to do like an interview at an event. Like, that was so amazing to me. Like, I've never would have thought to like do something like that, but I just think it was so awesome. It was so fun, and it was like, honestly, just doing that, and like, especially with everybody being like, oh my gosh, like, do you do this for like a living or whatever, like, do you speak? And that all the compliments, and it wasn't so much the compliments, but it was just so much how it was so natural for me, and like I really enjoyed it. And I just kind of felt like, oh, I think I'm supposed to be doing this, like this, I'm supposed to be doing something with this. I just want to say that I'm super, honestly, I'm super excited for 2020. I'm excited to just like really step outside my comfort zone and just do things that make me uncomfortable, and really just continue not caring, because I've learned, especially this year, that people are going to say something whether you're doing good or bad, and good and bad is subjective anyways. So yeah. Oh, and lastly, I just want to say that I'm doing a giveaway on my For Her Best Instagram. I'm doing a giveaway. So basically the giveaway, what it's going to be is basically that you need to be following me on For Her Best, or following the For Her Best Instagram page. And you can either like DM me or comment, but it only has to be through Instagram. I'm not taking personal messages to my phone. Through Instagram, you have to DM me your word, your theme, your word for 2019, what you would, you know, like that theme you would like to have for 2020, not 2019, sorry, 2020, and just a brief description as to why that's your word and what are you looking to accomplish. I'm going to be posting that giveaway, like by the time this video comes out, it will be on the Instagram already, and you can also click the link in the description box below to just go straight to the Instagram page. So anyways guys, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for, you know, watching this video. Thank you so much for watching Vlogmas if you watch Vlogmas. Oh, I'm gonna say right here right now that I will not be posting a video next week. So with Vlogmas, I realized that obviously every single day posting is out the question. Like, that's just not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. That was just a lot for me, and I want to make sure that I'm posting like quality over quantity, even though I felt like my Vlogmas was a lot of like quality because it was just things that I love. I do want to just give myself time next week to kind of just like have some quiet time. If you guys watch my Vlogmas, there was a book that I told you guys that I wanted to finish reading. If I'm honest, I didn't finish reading the book yet. So I want to finish reading the book. I just want to have quiet time. I just kind of want to get my head, you know, straight, and the different things that I want to do, and just kind of get a game plan going. So there won't be a video next week, more than likely, but there will be a video the following week, and my hope is to do a video every single week, like at least one video a week, because that's like realistic for me. But anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching my channel. As always, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys enter the contest and let me know what your theme in your goal is for 2020, and I will see you guys in my next video.